Market U did its thing. My partner ended up moving to San Francisco, starting a real estate video agency that's now doing huge numbers, $8-9 million a year. Because I lived in a college town, I had this crazy idea for a business that would do shoe cleaning. Students were always walking, biking, riding on buses, at the dirty bars every day. They had disgusting sneakers. So my high school friend and I, we started this business, and almost instantaneously, it took off like a rocket ship. I implemented all of the social media strategies I learned from running Market U and combined that with my mastery of sales to create a business that was cleaning over 5,000 pairs of shoes per month. We partnered with all the frat and sorority houses, the dry cleaners, apartment complexes, hotels. We created a market out of thin air that never existed before and became part of people's weekly habits, much like a haircut. You would go out Friday, Saturday, and then you would call Shoe Refresh to come pick up and clean your shoes. Professionals used us for their dress shoes. Women used us for their boots. We were chugging along at rapid pace. It was at this point that another one of my mentors heavily suggested that I start to get invested in real estate. I always thought real estate was a slow, old man's game. I was more interested in the fast-paced environment of entrepreneurship. But thankfully, he convinced me. I tried my first flip at the age of 21, and I was hooked ever since. As Shoe Refresh kept making money, I was getting more and more experienced in real estate investing, meeting amazing connections through that. And then COVID hit. COVID sent all the students away from the University of Illinois. They wouldn't be returning after spring break, and that was a huge hit to my business. So my partner and I, we decided to pivot into wholesaling luxury sneakers. See, we established connections in Los Angeles of people who could supply us with all of these exclusive shoes. And we sold some of these shoes out of our shoe cleaning business, but it wasn't something we ever did at scale. So what we decided to do was become middlemen between these suppliers who could get us as many shoes as we needed and these shoe stores across the Midwest that needed as many shoes as we could provide. This would turn out to become one of the best decisions I had ever made. This was around the time that me, my partner, and my little brother decided to move to Los Angeles. This was around August of 2020. Once we got to LA, we ramped up the shoe wholesaling business, and I ramped up my real estate investing business. All of this money I was just reinvesting into real estate, more flips, more rentals, more apartments. I also would use this money to invest in various private businesses as an angel investor. So all these lessons taught me three main things. One, the American dream is real. Two, anybody can do it, no matter your race, no matter your gender, no matter where you came from. And three, I hate paying taxes. Now to my personal side. I was born in Champaign-Urbana. My mom is black, my dad is Jewish. I grew up in a very loving household. From the time I can remember, my family would tell me I can do anything. I can be anything. I am special. The world is mine. And that level of love and support and instilled optimism created the ambitious risk taker that I am today. My grandfather was a professor at the University of Illinois, primarily an anthropologist, but he also had PhDs in linguistics, cognitive science, mathematics, and physics. Brilliant man, but his field of study was Southeast Asia, primarily Burma, Thailand, and southern China. On two separate occasions, when I was 10 going on 11 and when I was 13, he took me for 3 months with him and my grandmother to southern China and Burma for field work. Now, this is arguably one of the most important foundational moments of my life. I loved these trips. I was so open-minded. I was so excited. And today they are still some of the best memories of my life. But more than anything, what I gained from these trips was an unparalleled perspective into how lucky we are to live in America.